action.
Hi, my name's India. I am an American ballerina in Paris, and I moved here to achieve my dream to dance in Europe. And one of the things that I learned that I feel is one of the best kept secrets about Paris and amongst the beautiful slim French women is the Barre of Boris Kniaseff, or the floor bar. So as many of you know, we do Pilates, we do yoga, but what I have found to be one of the most powerful and effective methods for me to cross-train, for myself to keep in shape, to keep slim, to be toned, is doing this floor bar of Boris Kniaseff. Not only myself, but many big French stars such as Brigitte Bardot or Zizi Germer were big fans of this method and did it daily. So you can see their beautiful line. And I would love to share this with you during this time of quarantine because what a better way. It's such a simple set of exercises. You can do it right here in your living room, just sitting here. So I'd like to start. I think the best way is to experience it, so I invite you to sit down with me and we can try. One thing you'll definitely feel is that you feel you're toning your legs, your inner thighs, your popo or your butt, the underneath of your arms, and your stomach. So let's start. If you don't have a pair of socks, I invite you to get them. If not, no problem. Let's go. So we bend and stretch twice. And we flex and point twice. Now you can keep your arms here, or you can keep them here. And the most important thing is not to use your back, not to make it move so much. This, if you see how stable my posture is, like you're a duchess sitting on a throne, this is what really uses your low back muscles. When I do this port de bras, I am sculpting the underneath muscles of my arms. It's wonderful if you want to prepare for Swan Lake, or if you want to wear a nice tank top in the summer when we leave from this quarantine. Now I'm going to show on the back. In the Boris Kniaseff exercises, we have 4 basic forms in 3 ways. So we sit, we lie down, and we go on our stomachs. So in this exercise, you're focusing on really, again, stabilizing your stomach and trying to minimize the movement in your back, using your shoulder muscles, these muscles here, to press down, having a beautiful open neck, and of course, your inner thighs and your popo, your butt, is working like crazy to do most of the movements. Now continue. You should really feel a tuck like Michael Jackson. For example, we were always told this. Ow! So you can try here. And now I'd like to show you the exercise on the stomach very quickly. Now the name of the game is you always keep your knees and your ankles together. This is what really tones and slims your thighs. And what a perfect time than now when we don't have access to equipment, when we don't have gyms to go to, that we can just work lying on the floor. And let me tell you, after I tried these exercises, I had no need for Pilates, I had no need for complicated exercise classes with lots of machines. I knew I could do these exercises. So let's continue. Now, this is the big exercise for your butt. We're really toning and defining this area. This is actually, I like to call it, this is perfect for the bikini season, because you are really isolating this whole region. You're keeping the knees gently off the floor, and as you can tell, my legs are together like they're in one pant leg. Yeah? And we're pulling the arms, or we can make a variation like this. This wonderfully tones this area and develops that beautiful ballerina posture, the long ballerina neck. So here we go. what I do is, during my classes and in my marathon, I will explain how to do all these exercises, because as you try them, I'm sure you understand it looks simple, but to arrive in the right posture isn't so obvious. So that's why it's remained to be a secret amongst the French society, actresses and ballerinas, because it's what we call in French a savoir-faire. It's a skill that we like to pass on person to person. So this is why I'm so excited during this time period that I can share it with you and try to share my knowledge to each of my students and tailor it to their bodies. Because what I loved about this Barre is we learn the awareness of our body and how to make it beautiful for each person. So I want to show you, of course, the second exercise, which is turned out. So let's go. And bend, stretch, bend, stretch, flex, point, flex, point. What I love about this is you can actually learn how to train like a ballerina. Flex, point. There's a wonderful rhythm. You never get confused. Once you learn the exercises, you always know that we bend our knees twice and we flex and point our ankles twice. And in this way, when we have this simple format, we can really go for several minutes. This should be a 45-minute to hour-and-a-half workout. So once you know the system, once you take the marathon or you take a private class with me, you can take this with you. You don't have to get confused about how to do this or how to do that. You just know I have my 4 exercises. I'm turned out. I have my popo in. Yeah? And of course, this helps so much with the posture. So you can practice it while you're watching Netflix, huh? Now we're gonna go on the stomach. Of course, this is an incredible isolation for the core muscles. So what we're doing here is we're sculpting the butt, we're sculpting the inner thighs, we're toning the stomach in a practical way. Because what happens is you can do crunches, you can do planks, but you're not going to walk around and live your daily life like that. You need to learn how to hold your stomach like a ballerina. You need to learn how to hold a beautiful posture when you're walking, when you're sitting. Voila. I'll show the next exercise. This one again, when we're always on our stomach, it's a killer for your popo, for your back of the legs. And flex. Still articulation of the stomach. What I love is the exercises again. They are so simple, yet you have many subtleties to work on. So, like Leonardo da Vinci said, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. So, let's come out of this Corona even more beautiful, like a ballerina. I'm gonna show you the third exercise. Let's go. Now we work on practicing our flexibility and our mobility here. And of course, while we work on our porte des bras like this, our carriage of the arms, this is an incredible sculpt for the lower arm. As you can tell, I'm sculpting every time. Every time that I sculpt, of course, we do this to practice for, Swan Lake. But of course, when you're working on these arms, and you sculpt, if you can look here at my back, if you can see all how sculpted and toned my back and underarms are, it's a direct result of these exercises. I didn't have to go to the gym and lift weights. I didn't have to do crazy diets. I just, voila. Now let's turn flex, point. So we're working on our flexibility in a healthy way within our physical capabilities. Yeah? I'm going to show you one last exercise. And of course, if you'd like, you can come to the marathon and learn the entire series. This is just a small part of it. In this exercise, we will of course work on our popo. We'll work on our flexibility, But here we also really work on our back muscles and our arm strength. It's the ballerina push-up. So let's go. So we are isolating the butt, and we're isolating the adductors and the stomach. And the thing is, maybe it seems a little bit difficult to do this now, but with instruction, and as you see how the exercises progress in difficulty, it will become natural because you're creating a coordination in your body. You're building something bigger than just isolating and sculpting muscles. We're learning, we're training how to be a ballerina in such an accessible way. That's what I love about the Barre of Kniaseff. It's so accessible to all abilities, all mobilities, all ages. And here we go. We're gonna try this. This is a huge challenge. This is what I call the ballerina push-up. So, once you increase the flexibility and strength, you can do the ballerina push-up. So let me give you, for one last time, a demonstration. Popo in, stomach in, shoulders down, right? It's called the airplane, the avion. Right? So we flip the hands under. And this is great because we're not building bulky muscles. You don't want to necessarily end up like Schwarzenegger. So we do this beautiful, elegant, like a swan, yeah? Right, so we continue. We isolate, and this, as you know, it's for this underarm, this muscle. We tone those underarm muscles. It's hard to find good exercises that tone the underarm muscle. So we can find already one good thing about this confinement is that we learned finally how to tone this and have a beautiful sculpted sinewy arms for our holidays in the summer in our tank tops. This is the last exercise. I know this seems a little bit out of reach perhaps now if you're not a dancer, but once you've done this extremely powerful workout, you will be so warmed up and flexible that you can really work on strengthening and mobilizing your back, which being at home in confinement, you can probably have already some back problems from sitting around all day. This has helped me so much with my own back issues and injuries. Because us as dancers, we also have fragile backs. Voila. So, I'll leave that for you to try. Thank you so much if you've already tried. And I look forward to seeing you soon in the marathon, in other classes. And let's think to be more beautiful after Corona. Okay, bye-bye.